Darrell Jazz Johnson, Gospel Herald, here with TNT's David Aldridge. David, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
So first, I read a tweet that you sent out earlier today. The ageless wonder, Tim Duncan, turned 39 today. How in the world is he playing as magnificently as he is? The great game 2 in the Spurs overtime win over the Clippers. How is he playing so great at 39?
Well, I think people are now, hopefully, beginning to really appreciate what a great Hall of Fame player this guy is. He may be one of the 2 or 3 greatest big men ever to play the game. His dedication to keeping himself in shape. He's lost 30 pounds over the course of his career, but he's still in tip-top shape. He doesn't have the burden on his knees that he had a few years ago. He's found a brace that works. But this is a guy that just loves to play. Now, Mike Budenholzer said this to us that, Timmy would love it if there were no coaches and there were no media and he would just love to go out on the playground and just play all afternoon. And that's just how competitive he is. And because he doesn't make a lot of physical demonstrations and he's not a big talker, people don't realize how competitive he is and how much he wants to win.
What do you think has been the biggest surprise thus far in the 2015 NBA playoff?
Well, honestly, the lack of competition has been surprising to me. All of these series are 2-0 or 3-0, and I thought at least half of them would be highly competitive series. And, well, I shouldn't say they're not competitive, but the results haven't been that way, right? So we've seen the teams take these big leads. That's a little surprising. But it just goes to show you, I think, that experience matters and being in good health matters coming into the playoffs when you have all your bodies and they're able to play and you have guys that have been in a lot of postseason wars. This is when it shows.
I'm going to ask you to look into your crystal ball, not to the NBA Finals, but to the conference finals. Who do you think will be the last 4 teams standing?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think if I had to say, I would probably say Atlanta and Cleveland in the East. Out west, the Spurs look awfully good right now, but we all know how that changes with them with injuries. And Golden State, probably. I mean, the Warriors are just playing at such a high level, and Steph Curry is just unguardable, and he gets everybody else going too, and they have a great rhythm as a team. So those will probably be my picks right now.
Final question. One of the most competitive MVP races that we've seen in quite some time. Who do you think will be holding up that trophy come, I believe, next week?
Well, I suspect it'll be Curry based on everything that I've heard. I voted for James Harden. I think he had more on him, more responsibilities. His team's not as good, and even if they were as good, they've been injured all season. He has to score 30, and I'm not kidding. Look at the numbers, the record when he scores 30 and the record when he doesn't. They're a 500 team when he doesn't score 30. They're 29-4 when he does score 30. So not only does he have to score, he has to score 30 for them to win. So that's a huge burden to put on a guy. Having said all that, Curry's been magnificent. He's been the catalyst on the league's best team this year. He's been great offensively, unbelievably efficient, and he's been a much better defensive player. I have no problem with Curry getting the award.
Let the people know out there where they can follow you at on Twitter so they can get the great tidbits that I got this morning.
Sure. D as in David, Aldridge, my last name, TNT, all jammed together at, that's a Gmail account. That's a Gmail account. The Twitter account is at D Aldridge TNT.
Thanks a lot for your time. Always appreciate it. Thanks.